remember yesterday I went ahead and gave you guys this quiz, right?
No.
And you guys filled out the quiz.
I got 4 out of 4.
And this isn't a grade, but it shows you.
I got 4 out of 5.
My sister Chris. It shows you what we need to work on and what you already know. So now there's different types of quotes we can see.
Wait, so the X is right?
So the X here means that this is the right answer. Okay, but it's not a graded quiz, remember? So this is just for me to be able to see what you guys already knew about quotations. And
Yeah,
so
I only know.
you know some, but you need some, but you guys need some help, right? And that's okay. Because have I taught anything on quotation marks yet?
Bad grade.
It's not an actual grade. Chris, take a seat.
This is dumb. What to do?
Okay. But have I taught you guys on quotation marks yet?
Nope.
No. So this is what you guys already knew, and it told me what we needed to work on, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh my.
And that's okay.
No.
Caleb, please. So, what have we been working on all month, Dale?
Yikes.
What have we been working on all month, Dale?
We've been working on our
What is it called? Chris, that's an inappropriate question.
posters.
Not our posters. What is it called? Our research project. That's what we've been working on every day, right? Yes, Chris. Thank you for raising your hand. I'll give you a point for that.
I did not get a minus.
No, we're not going to watch the video again today. Okay. So when we have a quote, we're trying to say that somebody said something. So is a quote our original words?
No.
No. When I make this quote, the dog is big. When I put these quotation marks here, am I saying these are my words? No. No, these are not my words, right? But how do we know whose words are they? They could be anyone's words, right? Yeah?
No.
Dale, who could we say said this? The dog is big. If it wasn't me, who could have said this?
Your friend.
Logan, is your name Dale?
Yes.
No. Okay, Dale, who could we say said this? The dog is big.
The dog.
Who said Chris? Who could have said it, Dale?
I don't know.
Could you have said it?
Logan.
I'm saying I didn't say it, but could you have said it?
Yeah. Yeah. The dog is big. The dog is big.
Okay.
Can I say another one?
1 second. But I didn't capitalize with that, so obviously I'm saying something came before this.
Okay, I'll do it.
Wow. The dog is big. So who's saying wow? Is Dale saying it?
No, you.
No, me. And why do we know that, Logan?
Because there's quotation marks.
Around dog is big, but not around wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I said wow, and Dale said the dog is big.
Well, your mom could have said wow.
But then that would need to be in quotation marks too, right? Okay, but when it comes to a research project, we're talking about a different kind. We're going to talk about a different kind of quotation mark, because this kind of quotation mark is good for writing a story, writing a sentence, and we can use this like Dale used in his fall story, right? And he said like something like, quote, wow, this house is scary.
Why did you do that?
He said. So when Dale did something like this is a good first story, right? You could use this for a nonfiction story, I mean just a story that happened in real life, or the fiction story like Dale made up. Yes, Logan, thank you for raising your hand.
Since there's quotation marks on that one, you could have put like somebody can do it, and then you would be the last person to write.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to our research project, we found a lot of information, right?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And so we need to be able to say some of this information was in our words, right?
Yeah.
Because was everything your original word, Dale?
Yeah. No.
No. Is that okay? Yes, but as long as we properly citate, remember? That's why we've been writing our websites down, and we've been writing our author and information, because we want to be able to say, hey, this wasn't my word, and the credit belongs to this person. Don't worry about it.
I did nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take. I want to take.
I got nothing.
Each one of your papers real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay, here you go.
What's that? Okay. So Chris, I need one of your papers too.
You can have both.
You just put it in your pocket. You can worry about it later.
I don't need it.
You need to bring it to the detention room.
Right.
Okay. So for example, Chris found this quote, and he says, "The queen." I have your paper, Chris. The
I got
queen
nothing. I got nothing.
can live
Caleb, what do you got?
up
Nothing.
to 5
doesn't have
years. Chris, did you come up with this all on your own, or did you read this?
No, put quotation marks.
Did you read this on the website and then write it down?
Yeah.
Or did you come up with it all on your own?
Right on the website.
You read it on the website,
So
right?
you need quotation marks.
So we need to turn this into a good and proper quote, right?
Chocolate.
Because right now what you're doing is plagiarizing, right? We talked about this. We don't want to plagiarize because that's stealing somebody else's words. And should we steal other people's words?
No.
No.
You should make up your own words.
And sometimes we can't make up our own words
So
because
you can.
were you able to make up this fact on your own?
No.
No. So sometimes we need to take other people's words. What we need to do is give them credit. If I took Logan's words and took them as my own, and I took Logan's paper and said, I wrote this paper, do you think Logan's going to be upset?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you think Logan's going to be happy
No.
if I'm going around and everybody's like, oh my goodness, your paper's amazing. And I'm like, yeah, I know I wrote it. But really, Logan wrote it?
Mhm.
Is that fair to Logan, who put all the hard work in, did all the research, and then I go around and say, oh, it's my paper. No. So is that stealing?
Yes.
Yeah. So we want to make sure we're not stealing other people's work. People
That's not
worked
right.
hard on the books and research that you've read, right?
Mhm.
So we need to make sure we have
He just tried to steal mine.
we need to make sure we have all of our Caleb, stop, please.
Okay then.
Chris. Right. Okay. Is this funny, Chris? Do you think it's appropriate to laugh at that? Do you think I appreciate it? Okay, so we need to turn this into a quote, right? Because otherwise Chris is stealing right now. And we don't want Chris to be stealing,
I'm
right?
not stealing nothing. Yes, you are.
You took these words, and right now you're saying that these aren't your words, right? But we need to turn this
I'm not stealing nothing.
into something.
You are. Really not. Yes, you are.
Chris, don't ignore it, please. Thank you, Chris. Okay, so we need to turn this into a quote, right? So Chris saw the queen can live up to 5 years.
Yeah. I read it on the book.
Okay, so we read that off the website, right? But what's something else you can do, Chris? Should we finish this sentence?
Yeah.
So what do you want to say? The queen can live up to 5 years.
In the world.
And what else? Do the other bees live as long?
No.
No. So what could you say? But what? The queen can live up to 5 years, but
The world.
does anybody want to help Chris finish the sentence?
I know a few things about this.
Okay, so if the queen can live up to 5 years, but do the other bees live that long?
Mm-mm.
So how can we
Some
turn this
bees
into...
are poisonous. Yay.
Okay, so how can we turn this into a sentence, Dale? I see you, your wheels turning in your head.
It's not funny.
Maybe I'll.
Give me 1 second, I'll say it.
Okay. Chris, we could say the queen can live up to 5 years, but...
then it'll die.
Okay. But when we say live up to 5 years, we know that then it'll eventually die, right? So, but what? Do other bees live as long?
No.
Can we say that?
Yes.
What are you saying on your paper?
But
I accidentally did that.
other bees don't live as long. But are we done? Do I just put a period there?
No.
No, because while this says that he wrote the quote and he's saying, hey, these aren't my words, do we know whose words they are?
No.
No, we don't yet. So when we see these quotes, we know somebody else said it, but we don't know who. And that's where it comes to the website and your author that you wrote down. So Chris got it off Nat Geo Kids. I checked. There's no author listed on the article. So we would say, here, we put this in parentheses. Remember we learned about parentheses in math? And this is how we're using them in language arts. We will put Nat.
Freaking stop, Caleb.
Language.
Why won't you stop throwing this stupid eraser at me?
I will do it. Thank you. Caleb, please go take a break on the other side of the room.
No. Okay.
Mrs. Potter, can you do me a favor? Yes. Can you either call Mrs. Lowry or Miss Brittany? Thank you. So what do we have here? We need to put who said this, right? And Chris, what website did you get it from? Look at your pic. Where you wrote the website. What is the website you got? So you got it from www.natgeokids.com. Thank you, Logan, for helping.
Yeah.
So he got it from Nat Geo Kids.
And Dale got it.
And this is how they write it, Nat Geo Kids. And the article was about honeybees.
Dale's is from WW.
Actually, no, I'm sorry, this is.
Are you gonna write?
Okay, so what year was the website published? We saw was what year was it published? Chris, we talked about this yesterday. What year was it published? Was published this year? We saw that, right? 2018. You didn't write it down, did you? No, but it was published in 2018. So we need to write down the year. So the queen bee can live up to 5 years, but other bees do not live as long. And this is who said it. Nat Geo Kids in what year? 2018.
Can I phone us white?
You need to take it down.
Well,
okay, so what did you get this, Chris? Did you get this from your online research or from your book research?
Oh.
From your
online
research. So you need to take your online research page, and this is one of your facts. You need to write down your sentence. Yeah, it's already there. All you have to do is write it down now, Chris. Under fact 1, we turn this into a sentence, right?
I have to write, other bees don't live as long.
The whole thing, please, Chris.
Where's morning detention?
Okay. Okay, so the next one I have on my pile is Logan. Yeah. Now, Logan was helpful, and when he took something straight out of book, he wrote quotation marks around it to begin with. So it's going to really help. See here, he wrote quotation mark. The coldest place on the planet is
the south.
I don't remember how to say this. It's in the South Pole at negative 129 degrees below zero was recorded there. It's very mashed together. Okay, so the quote is, the coldest place on the planet
Quiet, Chris, please.
is Boston, and Antarctica.
Did you know the one?
Is this Logan's original words?
You know.
No. So what do we need to do?
You need to no quotation mark.
We already did the quotation marks, but what else are we missing? I have quotation marks. Or am I just done?
No.
No, I need to say who said it, right?
Yes.
That's why up here we wrote the book title, the author, and the year published. So we can say the coldest place on the planet is Vostok, Antarctica. Then I need to say who said it. And the person who said it was Steve Jenkins. So,
Logan, please sit back in your seat.
no, keep it, Chris.
I don't want it. I got that. Okay.
Should you be wandering around?
No.
No. Is that one of the classroom expectations that you stay in your seat? Okay, Chris, sit down too. Okay, so we have Steve Jenkins. But the thing is, we're not going to just write Steve Jenkins. When we are writing a source in the paper, we have to do a little funky. So you know how when you go to the book, you find the book by the last name of the author, right? So when we're reading the code, if I were to go to the library, I would look for Gotsfield. I wouldn't look for Jeff. Look for his last name. So, Steve Jenkins, what's his last name?
Steve Jenkins.
What's his last name? Jenkins. We're going to write Jenkins first. I'm going to write Jenkins, comma, and I'm not going to even write Steve. I'm just going to write S. Jenkins, S. We don't care about his first name. A lot of people are named Steve, right?
Yeah.
So there's many people named Jenkins as Steve?
No.
No. Last name. So, we have Jenkins, S, and then what is our year? We found out the year was 1998. Period. Did I put a period in here?
No.
No, I did not. So where does the period go, Chris? At the end of the parentheses or before the parentheses?
Before.
After the parentheses. And here, where are they? Are they before the parentheses or after the parentheses?
After.
After. Okay, please.
I do mine next.
Oh. Not today.
Chris is today on the board, and is this the right time to ask? No. Okay, so Dale is our last one who needs to have his quote written. As an example. All right, Dale, you did, what was your topic again?
My Revolutionary War.
The Revolutionary War. Did I end it? Put your phone, Chris.
It's not a moment.
That wasn't me.
The beating of up to 5 years. That was me.
I'm gonna go to www.kids.com.
Other views don't live as long.
Yeah.
You
Got it? Yeah. I'm gonna go to www.kids.com. Done.
And your source, Chris. Otherwise, it's what?
Okay.
Stealing.
I have to write that.
You have to write the Nat Geo Kids. That's
Can I
what
go
we've been
and do
talking
this?
about, Chris. Yeah, write yours down, Logan.
Which one
Okay.
do I need to write down?
Your fact. What's your paper about? Weather. Do you need to write down Chris's fact about bees?
One fact. Okay, I have one fact.
That.
Okay.
Mine's the green fact. Okay.
So Dale, I'm sorry, Dale. Dale wrote,
Dale.
he read the book called Alexander Hamilton, and he wrote that Alexander Hamilton did not have
Family.
parents because he was an orphan. So we could say, and he wrote this from the book, Alexander Hamilton
That's crazy.
did not have parents. Now, Dale, I know the answer to this, but I wanted to see if you remember. Did you take this directly out of the book, or did you write it in your own words?
I wrote it out of the book.
So is this directly out of the book, or did you try to change it around and you wrote it in your own words?
I tried it in.
So you wrote in your own words, but was it your original idea? No. So this one's a funny one. Are we going to put quotation marks around it? Because this is Dale's original words, right? Yeah. But did he come up with it all on his own? Did he just know Alexander Hamilton did not have parents?
No.
No. But he did write this on his own. So, knowing that he used the book, we should still give the author credit, right?
Yeah.
But we're not going to use quotation marks because, Logan, what on earth are you doing now?
This.
Sit down.
No. But
So Dale didn't he didn't quote the book, but he didn't come up with it all on his own, right? He used the book to help him. So we need to give the author some credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But are we going to put quotation marks in his?
No.
No. We need to go ahead and give the credit to the author. So the author is
It's almost time for morning.
Monica Cooling. So we're going to start with the last name first, right? So we're going to write Cooling. M. And then what was the year it was published? This one was in 2017, comma, 2017.
That's not even long. It's 2018.
Yeah, so it came out last year. Now, I want you guys to help me turn one of my book facts into a sentence.
Okay.
So,
what's your book that?
what was my topic again? It's over here.
Your topic was flowers.
Wow.
I can help you with one thing. Roses can be
Awesome.
no,
Okay.
roses can be red, yellow, and
So we wrote a quote directly from the book. This is why we did this together. We wrote, there are over 20,000 kinds of roses. Did I know that?
no.
When I put the quotation marks, am I saying these were my own words?
No.
No. So I got it from the book, right?
Yeah.
Did you write yours down, Logan?
Yes.
Thank you. So under book fact number 1, I would need to write my quote.
Fact 2 or fact 1?
Chris, whose fact would this be? Yours or mine? Mine. So you're gonna write this down.
No.
No. But we're gonna do it together, right? So the quote I wrote was 20,000.
I wrote it, Mrs. Essay.
Very good, Chris.
Kind
Of. That's not very good, is it?
People can't control
See,
them.
Mrs. F, I wrote it.
Thank you, Chris. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh.
20,000 kinds of roses. Is this a complete sentence? Could I just write this down?
No.
No. Thank you, Dale. So what do I need to do? Do I need to add or take away?
Take away. Take away.
What am I gonna
Add.
take?
Add.
Add. So what can I do? Help me make a sentence. I'm lost here. I need a lot of help, you guys. And you always are very good at writing sentences with me. So, 20,000 kinds of roses. How can I turn this into a sentence?
I got it.
You have an
If you
idea,
want to
Logan?
make it into your own sentence.
Well, I'm going to use the quote. I'm going to keep the quote because am I ever going to come up with this on my own?
Yes. No.
No, because I got it from the book because I didn't know this. 20,000 kinds of roses.
You can put this in a sentence. There was 20.
Was?
No, there is 20.
There is 10.
There was 20,000 roses in the whole entire world.
There
Was. No, there is 25.
Would I use is still? What do you think?
There was, is,
Well, was is past.
yes,
Is
that's
it
past tense. There was, there
Is present, but there's another word we can say instead. So it's the right tense, but wrong word. Dale, do you know the right word?
No.
There
Are.
Thank you, Dale. There are 20,000 kinds of roses. Where?
In North America. South America.
In just South America? In
No.
the
U.S. United States. America. Universe.
not
World.
universe, in the world.
I need to know where I
I said
have
United
to
States of
go.
America.
Chris, we can talk about that in a minute. Is it time for recess right now? No. So
Can
should
I
you
go?
be interrupting? In the world. 1 minute. Is this my words?
No.
We went over this. This is a quote. So what do I need to do? Give who credit?
People that did it.
The who is the
Other than the writer and
Guy that
made
the writer, which is the
author.
author. Thank you, Logan, the guy who did it. So my author
It could
was
have been a girl
David M. Schwartz. It actually just happened to be a guy. So David M. Schwartz. So what am I gonna write? Am I gonna write his first name?
too. Yes. No, last name.
Well, no. Like last
David.
name.
You have to write David Schwartz.
Oh, I don't know how to spell Schwartz.
You don't know how to spell Schwartz?
No, it's a funny spelling.
S-A.
S-C-H-W-A-R-T-Z. Now, do I write his full first name?
Yes. No.
No, I'm writing his initials, right? So if his name is David, I'm going to write,
David.
I'm not going to write David, I'm going to write
David Muir.
D.
D.
What do I put after the D?
Like my name. Logan D.
Yeah, so what do I put after the name? Chris, chair down. Chris, chair down. What am I going to write after the D, Dale?
You're gonna write. Oh, what was his last name again?
It's Schwartz David. What do I put after the D? A
Dot.
period. What goes after the name? It's the
Author. Illustrator. Date.
year.
And the date.
And my year was 1997. This book is old.
I'm old.
My book was.
That's not old.
My book was in
Even 1944, that wasn't long
2009.
ago either.
You love history, so everything's not too far off in the past to you.
But the Revolutionary War was
Okay.
long ago.
If I wanted to write, if I'm gonna write Logan Davis, am I gonna write?
No.
If Logan wrote a book, what would I write first?
You're gonna write Logan D.
Am I gonna write Logan?
No.
I'm gonna write
L D.
your last name,
P.
Davis,
And then L.
and then L, and then what?
Period.
And what year were you born? Or no, we'll just say 2018. Let's say you wrote the book this year. Davis L 2018. So I'm saying that Logan Davis' book was in 2018, and I took the quote from him.
January 16th.
Okay, if I'm going to write Dale, what am I gonna write Dale? Am I gonna start with Dale? I'm gonna write Dale here.
No, you're
No.
gonna.
What am I gonna write Dale?
O'Neill.
O'Neill.
And then write D. And then dot.
Whose turn is it?
Dale.
Yeah. So what am I gonna write now, Dale?
D. Period.
D period. And what year did you write your book? No, you come up with this on your own. What year did you write your book?
1980.
1980.
That's not long ago.
It was before you were born. Okay, Chris, you wrote a book. What am I going to write? If I'm trying to say I got a quote from Chris, what am I going to write first? Not your initials. What do I write? See, we do. Davis L. O'Neill D. What am I going to write?
Chris, no.
Am I going to write A or do we write your whole last name?
What's your last name? A.
We're not going to write A. We're going to write your whole last name. What? We're going to write Atkinson.
No.
C. Period. What year did you write your book, Chris?
1967.
1967.
2018.
So, what do we write first?
Illustrate the last name and the first name.
The last name, first name initial, and
illustrated. Well, date. Well, whoa.
What is this?
Year.
That's wrong.
It's the what? I know. I heard Logan say, "What year? What is this?"
You said it.
I know. Chris, what is this?
That is the
2018.
Okay, now just each one is a.
Yeah. What?
Chris, sit down and put your chair down. This.
It's
What
the
are
years.
these? What are these? Chris, what are they?
I don't know.
What are they, Dale?
What?
They are different.
They are different.
But
Years.
what are they? What are they?
Years.
What do they have in common? They're all
Years.
years. You can go, Logan. Goodbye. So, Dale, please go ahead and write your fact for me.
Miss F.
Yes, Chris.
So, can you tell me where I have to go for?
We can talk about detention later. Is right now the right time?
So where am I right?
Nope, it's not racist. Under fact 1.
I'm going to write my name.
Oh. It's okay. We'll staple it all together. Don't worry about it. Just write fact 1.
So, what do you want me to say?
Your quote, remember? Yours
yeah.
wasn't a quote. It says Alexander Hamilton did not have parents, but we still give credit to the author, right? Because you didn't come up with this on your own. Even though you reworded it, and these are your own words, what are they, your own ideas? Yeah.
Yeah.
These are your own words, but are they your own ideas?
No.
Did you do the research?
Yeah.
Did you go out there and find?
Yeah.
Well, you read the book, but you didn't do all the research that the author did. I know that's confusing. Okay.
I'm a vampire.
Chris. Go ahead and get started on your.
No, top of 6.
Okay, go ahead and just write down. Start on your second fact until it's all.
I don't know what to write.
That's what we've been doing, and that's not what you need to pay attention.
I don't know what to write.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it more in a little bit then.